You're watching The Daily on Shaw TV, Channel 4. I'm Kate Bergen. This is Todd Jones. You probably know him from Channel 4. He's usually behind the camera, but today he's getting ready to eat a whole lot of ribs. More, or faster than, Dom Abassi. Dom is an announcer with 106.9 The Wolf FM here in Nanaimo. He's also the voice for VI Raiders TV. They are neck and neck today. They're competing, trying to figure out who's going to get through these 3 racks of ribs faster. I think it's going to be a close call. Why are we doing this? We're doing this in anticipation of the upcoming Thrifty Foods Nanaimo BBQ Festival that runs on Commercial Street in downtown Nanaimo this coming weekend. So we're going to get these guys started, and then we'll find out what else is in store on this edition of The Daily. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, I was going to ask them what their strategies are, but I don't think they want to waste any more time. He's already eating, Todd. He's already eating it. Todd hasn't even got it. Oh, yeah, this is graceful and pretty, isn't it? How do they taste? Good. Okay, awesome. I like the bibs, too. Those are a real nice touch. Coming up on this edition of The Daily, we're going to check in with 2 men with fishing rods. I bet they were here eating ribs instead of catching something that they're never, ever going to cook. They're on Blind Lake this time around. We're going to head over to Calgary because the Stampede is underway. And Cowboy Truck Insider, our final installment at the inside competitive world of truck wagon racing. We're going to check in at the Farmers Market in Port Alberni. Nancy Wilmot shares a story about how, well, it's growing in such popularity that they're having a hard time finding enough space, but there is a solution. We're taking a road trip to Kangaroo Creek Farm. Kangaroos in a petting zoo? That sounds like fun. Before we get to any of that, though, here's Annette Lucas with Canada's top stylists. You're watching The Daily on Shaw TV, Channel 4. That is Todd Jones enjoying some ribs because he's trying to eat more ribs faster than his competition, Dom Abassi. How you doing, Dom?
Real good.
Yeah, they don't want to take too much time to talk to us because they have too much eating to do. Why are we eating ribs in front of Thrifty Foods? Well, because the Thrifty Foods BBQ Festival is coming to downtown Nanaimo. The organizer, Melvin McIana, is here. A rib eating contest.
Absolutely.
Anybody can do this?
Anybody can do it.
And what do you just got to have a big appetite? You sign up in advance? How does it work?
So basically how it works is if you go to our website, www.nanaimobbqfest.com, you can go on there and you can register. It's $50 to register for the rib eating contest. It is a timed challenge. And we've got a men's category, we've got a women's category, and we have an emergency services category. So any emergency personnel can register, pay their $50, get family and friends to pledge and do donations, and all that money goes to the hospital foundation.
Okay, now the rib eating contest is only a small part of the Thrifty Foods BBQ Festival, easy for me to say, but there's a whole lot of other activities that are taking place this weekend.
Yes, absolutely. So this weekend we've got teams coming from across North America to come and compete in this barbecue competition for $10,000 in cash. And we've also got a family fun zone, so we're going to have bouncy castles, we're going to have an Indy car there, we're going to have a car show and shine, motorcycle show and shine. Geez, what else do we have?
Commercial Street is blocked
Commercial
off
Street
entirely.
is blocked off entirely, and it's going to be a lot of things to do. We've got a trade show in the conference center, and we've got Rickards that's going to be in the trade show doing free beer sampling all weekend. So if you want some free beer, head up to the conference center, and that's just some of the stuff that's going on.
Have you ever competed in a rib eating contest?
I personally have not, but they are doing really, really well.
Todd, are you getting full? How's your strategy?
No, actually, I'm doing really well so far. This is so good. I'm savoring. See, you look at my bones. My bones are like picked clean. Dom's are like really rough. Look at that, all that meat left. Mine are picked. No way, I'm picking them clean.
Okay, Dom, how do you think you're doing? Are you going to kick this guy's butt or what?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. This isn't even really out of the ordinary for me, actually. This is how I eat all my meals, so I don't know. They just told me I got to eat and I showed up.
Okay, yeah, a pretty good gig. We'll be back with more about the Thrifty Foods Barbecue Festival that's taking place here in Nanaimo this coming weekend on Commercial Street. In the meantime, we're going to throw things over to Nancy Wilmot in Port Alberni. There's a farmer's market. After that, we're going to head over to Calgary because it is Stampede season. You're watching The Daily on Shaw TV Channel 4, and today is all about ribs because the Thrifty Foods Nanaimo BBQ Festival is this weekend. A whole lot of anticipation, a first time ever event for Nanaimo. We got a couple of guys over there, you might know them. Todd Jones and Abassi are making literal pigs out of themselves and loving every minute of it. Thanks to Jerry Jaggers as the manager here at Brooks Landing Thrifty Foods. You're the one doing the cooking to what they've been eating.
Absolutely. Yep.
What have we got
ribs.
here?
We've got here back ribs, and they've been gently cooked and lots of sauce on it and cooked just perfect for them over there. As you can see, the meat is falling off the bones.
I think it is. Now, a lot of people get maybe a little bit intimidated about cooking ribs. Is there a secret to get that fall off the bone?
There's so many different recipes out there. The foodies have got, there's new barbecues now that only burn applewood chips in it and pellets and things, and they put them on for hours and hours. And then there's some people that just take them and put them on the barbecue and try and get a performance out of it. But the longer, the better you cook the ribs before you put the sauce on, that's where all the flavor is.
Okay. Now, these are back ribs, you said?
These are back ribs here, and those are, they would take the ribs off of the pork chops in the back, but there's also a side rib, and that comes off the belly. They're a little more fattier, and a lot of restaurants, if they ever serve them, they usually take and simmer them in water with a bunch of spices and that to get rid of some of the grease off of them. Yeah. And then they take them and they dry them off and they put them in with their special sauce.
Okay, I've learned something today. Side ribs, back ribs. I didn't know that.
The back ribs you can slow cook in the oven anytime, and they come out really nice. But the side ribs, when you put them in the water, they tend to really fall off the bone, and yeah, they're good.
Now, these guys are, as I said, making literal, well, I shouldn't say literal, but they're making pigs of themselves, and they're enjoying every minute of it.
They're
going
fun.
through 3 racks of ribs, which is actually nothing compared to what you're preparing for the upcoming barbecue festival.
Oh,
How
good
many
heavens.
ribs are you expecting to go through?
We have prepared 3,200 portions of ribs.
Wow.
And we're going to be selling each plate of ribs for $5, and all of the proceeds, the net proceeds, are going to the Nanaimo Hospital Foundation. So it's a fundraiser for them.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
great.
Have you ever participated in a rib eating contest before?
Only at home with my boys.
Only at home with the boys. Okay, well, we're going to let Dom and Todd Jones continue in their quest to beat each other in eating the most ribs in the shortest amount of time. We'll be back with more on this edition of The Daily after this short break. You're watching The Daily on Shaw TV Channel 4, and it is still all about ribs today. We're here at Thrifty Foods at Brooks Landing in Nanaimo in anticipation of the upcoming Thrifty Foods Nanaimo Barbecue Festival. Ribs, you know, a lot of people say it is the sauce that makes the meal. What, is that true? And there's so many different choices.
Well, I think if you cook the ribs and they got lots of flavor in them, and then you put the sauce on, that's just the topping to it. That's all there is to it. But there's so many different types of sauces now. I mean, you can make sauce from scratch at home, and it'll take you 3 or 4 hours. But there's so many good commercial brand sauces out there. It's a matter of just finding the right one for your family that you like.
And what's this one?
This is a special sauce. I can't tell you that. This is our
The special secret sauce. Okay, I'm not going to
yes.
double dip on my finger that I already licked, so I'm going to use another finger.
Is it good or what?
I can see why these guys over here are having so much fun eating these ribs. How is your stomach feeling at this point?
I'm starting to get a little full now. It's really catching up to me pretty quickly.
Is this more ribs than you would normally eat in a sitting?
I'd like to say yes, but no.
You would like to say yes, but no.
I think, you were falling behind a minute ago, Todd, but
I
looks
was.
like you caught up.
I've put the pressure on Dom now. You know, I've just keep throwing it back. I can't say more than that. Just roll back, man.
Okay, yes, a couple of classy guys here. What we're doing is classy. We are teasing for the upcoming rib eating contest that'll take place at the Thrifty Foods Nanaimo BBQ Festival at Diana Kroll Plaza. It runs at noon on Saturday, and you can go down and cheer on the teams or sign up to participate yourself. Two guys who should probably participate are Nathan and Tyler. Yeah, they're out on a lake right now, but I bet you they'd like some ribs. Here they are. You're watching The Daily on Shaw TV Channel 4. We've moved from ribs to lemonade. Why? Well, there is going to be fresh squeezed lemonade at the Thrifty Foods Nanaimo BBQ Festival this weekend. And besides being freshly squeezed and not too sweet and just hard enough because I've tried some myself, what else is special about this lemonade? There's a cause behind it.
Oh, there is a cause. All the funds here are raised for the Nanaimo District Hospital Foundation.
So when you come down on the weekend, buy some lemonade on Commercial Street.
All of the money's going, every glass, every $2 is going to the hospital foundation. So there should be some revenue for them.
And it's fantastic. It's really good. And the weather, from what I hear, is supposed to be exactly like this, hot. So let's move over to the guys. Come with me. And Melvern and Dan, grab some lemonade. I think these guys are going to need some refreshment. Oh, they are down to the very last piece. And the winner is, hurry up, Todd, go. Oh.
Oh, I dishonored my family. I dishonored my wife and kids. I think he beat me fair and square.
Okay, and I think the prize, though, is actually the ribs themselves.
It's the greatest day of my life.
Here is some lemonade. Yeah, nice fingers.
All right.
There you go, Todd. You got that. Don't drop it. It is fantastic. That does bring us to the end of this edition of The Daily. For more information on the Thrifty Foods Nanaimo BBQ Festival, there is a website you can go to. I'm going to try to get it right. www.nanaimobbqfest.com. I believe that's it. If I said it wrong, it's correct on your screen. Thanks for watching this edition of The Daily. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming out, guys. Yeah.